Complex outerwear can look straightforward on a supplier list and still fail when the design moves into sampling, approval, and bulk production. A shell change can alter seam behavior, a new lining can shift fit, and a different filling can change bulk, grading, and packing. That is why the real question is not whether a factory says it can make jackets. The question is whether it can prove control over the exact style, material route, quantity, and delivery context the buyer needs. For complex jackets, capability has to be tested in sequence. Before sampling, the factory should show how it turns design intent into a production pattern, how it controls materials and trims, and how it handles substitutions. The useful evidence is not a general claim of experience. It is the record behind the work. Measurement charts, fit comments, revision history, approved material details, and a clear rule for what happens if a component changes. That same discipline has to carry into construction. Water-resistant seams, insulated panels, technical pockets, reinforced points, multiple closures, embroidery, and custom labels each add a point of control. A product category name does not prove process control. The factory should be able to explain which operation is critical, how it is checked, and what happens if the result falls outside the approved sample. Sample governance matters just as much. A sample is not only a visual preview. It is the test of whether the brief was understood, whether the fit is right, whether pocket access and closure function are acceptable, and whether labeling and packing assumptions hold up. Every correction should be tied to a version sample, with a clear approval gate before production begins. Informal messages do not make a stable reference. During bulk production, the buyer should watch the operations that carry the highest risk for that style. Depending on the jacket, that may include seam alignment, filling distribution, size grading, trim attachment, logo placement, or packing. The key is not to chase every small variation. It is to make sure variation does not become invisible. If a measurement or material issue appears, the response must already be defined. Hold the lot, rework it, replace it, or accept it under a documented deviation. A strong evaluation also separates supplier claims from usable proof. Broad statements about product families, custom development, color matching, sample timing, and production communication may be useful, but they are not enough on their own. A general MOQ, a sample estimate, or a monthly capacity claim only matters when it is tied to the selected fabric, the selected color, the complexity of the construction, and the actual delivery window. Those claims should trigger order-specific questions, not automatic trust. The practical standard is consistent across suppliers. Ask which line will handle the order, what assumptions support the capacity statement, what material route applies if the preferred color is not available, which sample and color standard will remain as the production reference, and what inspection evidence will be shared before shipment. Ask how substitutions and defects will be documented. Ask which stage starts only after a specific approval. That is how a buying team turns a supplier statement into a controlled purchasing decision. In the end, complex outerwear is best evaluated as a chain of connected decisions. Pattern work, materials, construction, sample governance, inspection, capacity, schedule, and traceability all affect whether the approved garment can actually be delivered again in bulk. A factory list can start the search, but it cannot finish due diligence. The finish line is evidence. Request it, connect it to the selected design, and record the conditions behind every MOQ, lead time, capacity, and material statement.